Dear learners, we have been learning about different parts of speech in the previous episodes. Today, we shall learn about the adverb. An adverb is a word that mainly modifies a verb. Sometimes it modifies another adverb, an adjective, or a clause. Adverbs modifying verbs. Most of the adverbs modify verbs. Generally, adverbs are placed after the verb. However, they appear before it even in the beginning of the sentence. Here are some examples of adverbs modifying verbs. Anil drives the car carefully. Here, carefully is an adverb that modifies the verb drives. It shows how Anil drives. He sings well. Here, the adverb well modifies the verb sings. You cannot set your watch by him. He always leaves at 5 o'clock. The word always is an adverb. It modifies the verb leaves. Adverbs modifying adjectives. The word adverb is add plus verb, means add something to verb only. But adverbs can also modify adjectives and other adverbs. Here are some examples of adverbs modifying adjectives. Philip has an extremely fascinating face. The adverb extremely modifies the adjective fascinating. Remember that fascinating is a participle and acting as an adjective here. Badly wounded dogs were fighting one another. The adverb badly modifies the adjective wounded. Note that the adjective wounded is a participle. She wore a beautifully designed dress. The adverb beautifully modifies the adjective designed. Adverbs modifying adverbs. Here are some examples of adverbs modifying other adverbs. James finished his assignment remarkably fast. Here, there are two adverbs. The adverb fast modifies the verb finished, whereas the adverb remarkably modifies the adverb fast. He visits our home very often. Here also there are two adverbs. The adverb very modifies the adverb often. The adverb often modifies the verb visits. When an adverb modifies a verb, it tells us how, when, where, why, how often, or how much the action is performed. Adverbs often end in ly when it modifies a verb and it says how the action is performed. An adverb generally appears after the verb in a sentence. Sometimes it is placed before the verb also. Let us see different kinds of adverbs now. Adverbs of manner. An adverb of manner will explain how an action is carried out. Some examples for the manner of an action, how it performs are quietly, easily, carefully, slowly, badly, sweetly, well, hard. Today, the children are sitting quietly. Ritik understands everything easily. Nurses should handle the corona cases very carefully. The driver was driving the bus very slowly. In these sentences, quietly, easily, carefully, and slowly are the adverbs that modifies the verbs sitting, understands, handle, and driving respectively. The boy kicked the dog very badly. Honey sings very sweetly. He is treated well today. The police struck on the thief very hard. In these sentences, badly, sweetly, well, hard are the adverbs of the verbs kicked, sings, treated, and struck respectively. The learner should not hear that in the third and fourth sentences, the adverbs today and very modify other adverbs well and hard. You must have noticed that all these adverbs have been modified from their adjectival forms. Let us see how the adverbs are formed from their adjectives. The adjective quite modified into quietly adding ly. Easily has been derived from easy. Care is changed into carefully. Here fully is added. Slow is converted into slowly. Bad became badly. Sweet has been formed into sweetly. In the matter of well, a different formation is seen. The adverbial form of good is well. In the case of the adjective hard, the same word is used. In some cases, the same adjective is used as an adverb also. The next branch of adverb is the adverbs of time. It says when the action in a sentence takes place. Examples are now, later, today, yesterday, tomorrow, last year. Regret now, or else you will not get a chance. I shall explain it later. Today we shall go to another location. In these sentences, the adverbs now, later, and today modify the verbs regret, explain, and go. They give the answers to the question when. The leader met me in the meeting yesterday. The materials will arrive here tomorrow. He has preached the same sermon in the last year. Here, the adverbs yesterday, tomorrow, and last year modify the verbs met, arrived, and preached. They give the answers to the question when. It is to be noted that there is one more adverb here that modifies the verb arrived. Unlike the adverbs of manner, none of these adverbs of time has an adjectival form. The next kind of adverb is the adverb of place. It gives the answer to the question where. Adverbs of place is associated with the action of the verb in a sentence, providing context for direction, distance, and position. For example, southeast, everywhere, up, left, close by, back, inside, around. These terms don't usually end in ly. Direction. Here are some examples of the adverbs of place showing direction. Uttar Pradesh is located north of Madhya Pradesh. They travelled down the mountainside. First, I looked here and then I looked there, but I couldn't find them anywhere. In these sentences, the adverbs show the direction are north, down, here, there, and anywhere. They modify the verbs located, travelled, looked, and find respectively. Notice that here and there are often used at the beginning of a sentence to express emphasis or in exclamation. For example, here comes the sun. There is love in the air. Here you are. Distance. Let us see some examples for the adverb of place showing the distance. There was an Anglo-Indian family staying near to us. John is moving far away. Smriti is sitting close to me. In these sentences, the adverbs near, far away, close show the distance and they modify the verbs staying, moving, and sitting respectively. Position. Let us see some examples for the adverb of place showing the position. The treasure lies underneath the box. The cat is sleeping on the bed. Why are you standing in the middle of the dance floor? Underneath, on, and in are the adverbs of place which shows the positions. They modify the verbs lies, sleeping, and standing respectively. They are prepositions also. In addition, some adverbs of position will refer to a direction of movement. These often end in what or what's. The team traveled onward to Kashmir. The scientists looked upwards to the sky. Molly, move forward to the front of the queue, please. Many times, adverbs of place can be used as prepositions as well. The difference is, when the word is used as an adverb, it is modifying a verb. When it is used as a preposition, it is always followed by a noun. Let us see the same words used both as adverb and preposition. The dog was walking around by itself. We put a collar around its neck. I'm sure I have seen this man before. Alice arrived at the finish line before Annie. When it is raining, I like to play inside. Put foot inside your mouth when chewing. The lift has to go down before it goes up. I dropped my purse down the waterfall. Here, in the first rows, the words around, before, inside, down, and up are adverbs because they modify the verbs walking, seen, play, go, and goes respectively. Hence, they are adverbs. In the second rows, these words are followed by the nouns neck, Annie, mouth, and waterfall respectively. Hence, they are prepositions. Now, let us learn about adverbs of frequency. Adverbs of frequency are used to express time or how often something occurs. Adverbs of frequency can be split into two main groups. The first one is adverbs of indefinite frequency. They have an unclear meaning as to how long or how often something occurs. For example, usually, always, normally. These adverbs are usually placed before the main verb or between the auxiliary verb and the main verb. I can normally make the short. It will always be the proper way to enter. They usually visit our home on the weekend. In the first sentence, the adverb normally is placed between can and make. In the second one, the adverb always is placed between will and be. In the third sentence, the adverb usually is placed before the verb visit. The second type of frequency is adverb of definite frequency. Examples are hourly, daily, weekly, monthly. It is usually placed at the end of the sentence. We get paid hourly. I come here weekly. The situation seems to change monthly. The newspaper is brought daily. In these sentences, hourly, weekly, monthly, and daily are the adverbs that modify the verbs paid, come, seems, and bought respectively. The word here also is an adverb of place that modifies the verb come, adverb of reason or purpose. Adverbs of reason, which is also known as purpose, help to describe why something happened. They are so, since, thus, because, so that, in order to, not only but also, etc. Look at the examples and notice that the adverbs of reason are used to connect sentences that wouldn't make sense if they were formed alone. I was sick, thus I didn't go to work today. I started jogging so that I wouldn't be late. Because I was late, I jogged a little faster. Since it is your birthday, I will buy you a gift. In these sentences, the adverbs thus, so that, because, and since modify the entire clauses, not a single verb. Now, let us see what are adverbs of certainty. Adverbs of certainty express how certain we feel about an action or event. They go before the main verb unless the main verb is a be form. In such cases, the adverb of certainty goes after. Examples are definitely, surely, probably, certainly, etc. He definitely left the house this morning. He surely won't forget. He is probably in the park. He is certainly a smart man. Here, in the first two sentences, the adverbs definitely and surely are before the main verbs left and forget. In the third and fourth sentences, probably and certainly are the adverbs that go after be forms is. If the main verb is followed by an auxiliary verb, the adverb of certainty goes between the auxiliary and the main verb. For examples, he has certainly forgotten the meeting. He will probably remember tomorrow. He is definitely running late. Here the adverbs certainly, probably and definitely are placed between the auxiliary verbs has, will, is and verbs forgotten, remember, running. Sometimes these adverbs of certainty can be placed at the beginning of the sentences also. Examples: undoubtedly, Indira Gandhi was a great politician. Certainly, I'll be there. Probably, he has forgotten the meeting. Now let's see what are relative adverbs. Relative adverbs are the interrogative links used to join clauses in a sentence. They are where, when, and why. That is the restaurant where we met for the first time. I remember the day when we first met. Tell me why you came home late. Here the adverbs where, when, and why links two clauses in each sentence. Let us see what interrogative adverbs are. The question words in the interrogative sentences beginning with why, where, how, and when are known as interrogative adverbs. These questions can be answered with a sentence or a prepositional phrase. Example: why are you so late? The short answer is there was a lot of traffic. Where is my passport? Short answer: in the drawer. How are you? Short answer: I'm fine. When does the train arrive? Short answer: at 11:15. In these sentences, the question words why, where, how, and when are the interrogative adverbs. Let us see conjunctive adverbs. Conjunctive adverbs join clauses together with a transition. They need a semicolon before them when joining sentences. Some common conjunctive adverbs are anyway, besides, consequently, finally, furthermore, however, instead, likewise, meanwhile, nevertheless, next, otherwise, specifically, still, subsequently, then, therefore, thus. Let us see two examples. We got a late start. However, we should be there on time. I had planned to do jogging along the road. Instead, I ran on our own ground. Here, however and instead are the conjunctions acting as adverbs that join two clauses in these sentences. Adverbs of comparison. In our fourth episode, we have learned degrees of comparison in the context of adjectives. The adverbs also have the degrees of comparison. We must not be confused with both of these degrees. The learners should know very clearly that an adjective is a word in a sentence that describes a given noun, whereas an adverb modifies a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. How can you recognize if a degree of comparison is either adjective or adverb? It's very simple. You have to see if a degree describes a noun or modifies a verb, adjective, or adverb. If it describes or says something about a noun or a pronoun, it is an adjective. On the other hand, if it modifies a verb, an adjective, or another adverb, it is an adverb. Can a word be both an adjective and adverb? The answer is yes, in many cases. Let us take one word, fast, and apply it in different sentences. Rohan is a fast runner. Here, fast is an adjective in positive degree and it describes the noun runner. There is no comparison of Rohan with anyone else. Rohan is faster than Sohan in running. Here also, faster is an adjective in comparative degree that describes the noun Rohan. The comparative degree is used to compare a thing between two people. Rohan is the fastest runner among all these three boys. Here also, fastest is an adjective in superlative degree that describes the noun runner. The superlative degree is used to compare a thing among three or more people. Now, let us see how the same word fast is functioning as an adverb. As you know, an adverb modifies a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. Rohan runs fast. Here, fast is an adverb in positive degree that modifies the verb runs. Rohan runs faster than Sohan. Here, faster is an adverb in comparative degree that modifies the verb runs. Rohan runs the fastest of all among these three people. Here also, fastest is an adverb in superlative degree that modifies the verb runs. Let us see some degrees of comparison using differently as adjective and adverb. They are explained under the headings of title, positive, comparative, and superlative. Adjective: good, better, best. Adverb: well, better, best. Adjective: bad, worse, worst. Adverb: badly, worse, worst. Adjective and adverb: far, for distance, farther, farthest. Adjective and adverb: far, for location or extent, further, further. Adjective and adverb: some, more, most. Adjective and adverb: many, more, most. Adjective and adverb: much, more, most. Adjective and adverb: little, less, least. Adjective: near, nearer, nearest. Adverb: near, nearer, next. Adjective and adverb: late, later, latest. Adjective and adverb: late, later, last. Adjective: old, elder, oldest. Adjective and adverb: old, older, oldest. Finally, let us learn about adverbial phrases and clauses. Till now, we have been learning about adverbs as single words. But multi-word adverbs are also commonly used. These adverbs commonly come as phrases or clauses. Let us see some examples. Adverb of manner. An adverbial phrase of manner often starts with a preposition such as in, with, as, like, or the way. Mohan speaks with a loud voice. Here, with a loud voice is an adverbial phrase. It is also known as prepositional phrase. It is the adverb of the verb speaks. It gives the answer to the question, how does Mohan speak? She was literally crying like a baby does. Here, like a baby does is an adverbial phrase. It is prepositional phrase as well. It gives the answer to the question, how was she crying? Adverb of time. An adverbial phrase of time often starts with a preposition or one of these subordinating conjunctions. In, after, as long as soon as, before, no sooner than, since, until, when, or while. A company like Ambani can earn millions in a second. Here, in a second is an adverbial phrase for the verb earn. It is the answer to the question, in how much time can Ambani earn millions? After the game was over, the team went to the hotel. Here, after the game was over, is an adverbial phrase for the verb went. It is the answer to the question, when did the team go to the hotel? Adverb of place. An adverbial phrase of place often starts with a preposition or one of the following subordinating conjunctions. Anywhere, everywhere, where, or wherever. I found him where he had gone. Here, where he had gone is the adverbial phrase for found. The phrase is the answer to the question, where did you find him? Some cause happiness wherever they go, others whenever they go. Here, the adverbial phrase for the verb cause is wherever they go. And another adverbial phrase for the same verb is whenever they go. Adverb of degree. An adverbial phrase of degree often starts with one of the following subordinating conjunctions. Than, as, so, as, or the. Nothing is so contagious as enthusiasm. Here, so as enthusiasm is an adverbial phrase for the verb is. Mahesh is working harder than you are. Here, than you are is the adverbial phrase of degree for the verb working. Adverbs of condition. An adverbial phrase of condition tells us the condition needed before the main idea comes into effect. An adverb of condition often starts with if or unless. If the facts don't fit the theory, change the facts. Here, if the facts do not fit the theory is an adverbial clause. It modifies the verb change. Age doesn't matter unless you are weak. Here, unless you are weak is the adverbial clause that modifies the verb matter. Adverbs of concession. An adverb of concession contrasts with the main idea. It often starts with a subordinating conjunction like though, although, even though, while, whereas, or even if. Although it is banned to go out during the lockdown period, many violate the rules. Although it is banned to go out during the lockdown period is the adverbial clause that modifies the verb violate. A loud voice cannot compete with a clear voice even if it is a whisper. Here, even if it is a whisper is the adverbial clause which modifies the verb compete. Adverbs of reason. An adverb of reason gives a reason for the main idea. It usually starts with a subordinating conjunction like as, because, given, or since. I don't have a bank account because I am minor. Here, because I am minor is an adverbial clause which modifies the verb have. Since we cannot change reality, let us change the eyes which see reality. Here, since we cannot change reality is the adverbial clause which modifies the verb change.